Good morning. Good morning. Woke up. Yes, woke up playing the bad guy this morning. I don't know. It's one of those things where I haven't. I don't bet college football. It's too many games. Too many coaches I got to keep up with for the little system that I use. But the Tigers are near the top of the polls now, and I decided to pull up the game chart for the Auburn LSU game. And I'm not too convinced that LSU will be playing in the national championship for one. Um, I've never been convinced yet on their defense, and our defense is going to get tested this week. I'm talking about hard-nosed defense because Auburn's going to come run the fucking ball. All right, let's get to the astrology of this. I got pulled up Gus whatever is Mafu's chart too, and I pulled up Orgeron's. Now, a little disclaimer: I don't have their birth time, so I don't have their rising signs. And just as it failed, both of these guys' charts, their moon. When you set the chart, the birth chart to 12 to noon, their moon is on a cusp. So naturally, in a span of 24 hours, their moon sign can fall in two signs, and that really makes the interpretation a little bit tougher. But I think I'll be able to be pretty comfortable analyzing it without locking down the moon. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, at 2:30 in Baton Rouge, we got Aquarius rising. Okay, now this is we're gonna just look at the event chart. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm entering the data for the game time in Baton Rouge. At 2:30 Baton Rouge, Aquarius will be rising at 13 degrees. LSU is the favorite. They're favored by 10 points. Okay, so LSU will get the rising sign, which is represented by Saturn. Where is Saturn? In the 12th house. Okay, we look 7 places across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Across from Aquarius will be Leo. That will be representing Leo, and the sun will be representing Auburn. All right. we look at the sun. We look at it's in the 4th house for Leo. Actually, the 10th, if you're looking at it from the rising sign. But if you're looking at it from this sign, it's going to be the 4th. All right. This is where it gets really interesting. We don't have any planets, in on the 1-7 axis. We pull up all the cusp. Okay. All right, for LSU, we look at the 12th cusp. Now, even though Saturn is dignified and everything, okay, look where it's at. The 12th cusp is in Capricorn, 1451. That's a 15-minute the 15 minutes of it being exactly on the 12th cusp. Now, if you watched any of the videos I've done so far, you know that's not a very auspicious placement if you're looking at traditional, you're trying to size up charts in traditional astrology. All right, so we already having one strike against LSU right here. Okay. We go to the 11th cusp and we see Jupiter 2040. That's actually on the Yogatara Vega, I think, too. It's about of the degree and some change off. So we got the 12th and 11th cusp, which would be the 12th LSU, Saturn, and the 6th. So you got the 6th Lord in the 6th house for Auburn. All right. That's all fine and dandy. The 10th cusp, 28, you see Mercury is 2 degrees from the 10th cusp. All right. Other than that, there's nothing else that really in the event chart, in the actual game chart. There's only really the 12th, 11th, and 10th cusp getting activated. Okay. So you go down and you drop it to the Navamsha. Now look, it's a Borgata Malagna, which means Aquarius is rising in the event chart. Well, in the event chart's Navamsha, we got 3 planets on the ascendant: Mercury, Mars, and Moon. And don't forget, whenever this game kicks off, look at Mars and Moon. Exact. Exact. And Mars and the Moon are not good day planets. Well, they're more comfortable at night, should I say. So we come down, we see this. Now, there's no cusp getting activated on here. The rising is at 2 degrees, and this is fairly, we got 8 degrees from Moon. But I don't consider that a conjunction. But what I am looking at right here, though, we do have a Vergata Malagna, but look where Saturn goes. He goes into Venus. So we have a 3, 4, a 4, 9, 12 exchange between Venus and Saturn. And if you look at the 9th and 12th cusp, the 9th cusp isn't activated, but 1345, look where that's at. So we again see Saturn doing what? On the 12th cusp as the ascendant Lord representing the Tigers. That's reinforcing that 12th cusp in the birth chart. You understand what I'm saying? It's reinforcing that that's going to be a major thing. Even though we looked at the sun, it goes into the 12th, but there's no cusp right here, activating it either. We're going to get back to that later. Let's look at Ed Arjuan's chart. Again, you see what I was talking about, this moon at 12? If you slide it back to 6 o'clock in the morning for his birth time for Ed Arjuan, Saturn will be in Capricorn. I mean, the moon will be in Capricorn with Saturn. I don't really see that happening. I think he's born with an Aquarius moon. We'll see. He's almost born under eclipse too. He has a full moon, no doubt, but it's almost an eclipse, but almost don't count. So we look at this and we see K2, Jupiter and Moon, and we go back to the game chart. Okay. And we drop that right here. So that'll put his Saturn is in the 12th house. Retrograde. Basically, we're transiting Saturn approaching. So the big deal is Ed Arjuan is having his Saturn return right now. So we can go on and talk about if it's inauspicious or not, but we know it's going to be tough. If he does win a national championship during a Saturn return, we'll blow a bunch of stereotypes out the water in the astrological community about Saturn returns. But for what it's worth, with this game using Aquarius rising for the event chart and then dropping that in at Audron's chart, we got a Saturn return in the 12th house. Okay. I don't think that's good. Okay. You come to his Navamsha and you drop Mercury, Mars, and Moon in Aquarius. And there's no planets here, but look what he has across, not in good dignity. It's Saturn in the 7th in an enemy sign. Not good. I mean, I just, Saturn does have Digbala directional strength in the 7th, but he's not too comfortable in Aries, you know. Now, when we look at Gus Malzahn's chart, however you say it, we look at Aquarius, and again, there's nothing there. Okay, we're looking at the sun. This is where I said we're going to get back to this. Look where his sun's at. It's Gus Malzahn. It's his birthday on the 28th. Yeah, and he has a Mercury in here. Well, look where the sun and Mercury's at in the game chart. Yeah, right in here in Scorpio with another benefit, Venus. So even though the game chart, Navamsha sun goes into the 12th, we got his sun in the 10th house with Mercury. That's the two transiting planets that are in Scorpio right now. And matter of fact, if you look at Mercury, transiting Mercury has just passed his natal Mercury about 3 degrees, and Venus is on his natal Mercury right now. So, and you look at his sun in the Navamsha, it's 15 degrees in its own sign, strong. Okay? And also, Mercury goes into the ascendant in Aquarius. So he got a sun Mercury opposition in the Navamsha. Now, granted, they're not within orb, but it's the planet that he wants strong right here. You understand what I'm saying? Because the sun is the planet that's representing Leo and Auburn. And in his chart, because it's his birthday, he has the sun in Scorpio with Mercury in the 10th house. So these things, the Saturn on the 12th and Gus's Mercury and Sun in the Navamsha is leading me to believe that Auburn will cover 10.5 points and possibly upset the Tigers. Hate to be the bad guy, my fellow Cajuns, but yeah, I call it like I see it and everything, you know. Whether or not this pans out, it's one of those things where I hope I'm wrong, but when you see things like this and, you know, the Navamsha back in the D1 up, it's pretty convincing, you know, when you have planets on the cusp like that. It's usually correct. So yeah, after tonight, I'm sure I'll be getting all kind of crazy Facebook comments on it on this video, but here it is anyway. Y'all have a good one.